Hello everyone, I'm Ray the Puddle Jumper, and today we are going to be cooking some rainbow trout. We're going to be frying it, deep frying it rather. I got a couple bags of fillets here that we caught down in North Carolina. I'm just going to empty these out into this dish I got. Helps if I turn on the cold water. Because I always like to rinse my fish off. I'll show you the angle here. I always like rinsing my fish off before I do anything, just to make sure we get everything good and clean. Like I got some little bit of blood there. I always feel it to see if there's any rib meat or any rib bones. You got that little piece of blood there. It feels like we got some bones in there. I'll rip them bones out real quick. That's a nice fillet right there. More of them rib bones. A lot of the bones in a trout you can eat because they just get really soft. But these little rib bones right here, they'll kind of poke you a little bit, I guess. So I like trying to strip them out of there if I can. That one's good. That's the only thing in that one. That one's solid. Alright, that one's good. Alright, so I use J.R. Mad's Magic Fish Breading. It's a Marion-Kay product, not Mary-Kay, Marion-Kay product. It's out of Brownstown, Indiana. You can order it online. They are also a sponsor of ours for our annual fish fry that we have every year. So the way I usually do this is I take my fillet here and I just kind of shake it off. Try to get as much water off of it as you can. Throw it in the bag. Same with this one. Shake it off. Try to get as much off of it as you can. Throw it in the bag. Just keep repeating. Kind of like a shake and bake deal. And when you're done shaking it around, it should be perfectly coated like that. When it's perfectly coated fillet. And what I generally do is I'll take them and I'll lay them on a plate after I get them out and make sure they're coated good. That way I can get them all coated at one time. That way I'm not fighting trying to coat them and fry them at the same time. There's a smaller fillet there. There's a smaller fillet. We'll put all these in at one time. Zip it back up. And this J.R. Mad's, they call it J.R. Mad's Magic Fish Breading. And it's the best thing on the planet that I found. I mean, I really, really like it. It's got salt and pepper and spices, and it smells really good. And it's a cornmeal type mix. Little chunk fell off. We'll throw it in there. But like I said, you just roll it around. I mean, it coats your fish really well. Okay, that's it. And what I'll do is I'll just put this bag back in my freezer here in a minute and freeze it. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands off real quick just to get the stuff off my hands. And yes, I understand that my kitchen is a mess, but we're not in a restaurant here, folks. This is just my personal kitchen. All right, so we got our oil here. I always take a little drip of water. I'll put it in, and as soon as you hear that popping sound, that tells you your oil's hot enough. That'll give you an idea that your oil's hot enough. Just go ahead and put that piece of fish right on in there. And I'm gonna do that one, and I'm gonna do this small one here. Looks like I'm only gonna be able to do 2 at a time. Reach back here, get my little scooper out. I'm gonna set it over here for right now. I'm gonna get me out another plate. Put me some paper towel on it. Got me a plate with paper towel. I'll move this lid. I'm gonna set it right there. And that is where my fish is gonna go once it gets done. Now, a lot of people want to know how you can tell when your fish is done. Generally, the fish will float to the surface, but I like to make sure that it's a real good golden brown, and you'll understand here in a minute what I mean. It'll be, you know, because it'll float long before it turns golden brown. Like this little piece right here, it's already floating. So I just want it to get golden browns. What I want. This breading on it will actually get kind of hard and crunchy. It'll have kind of a crunch to it. So we're going to let that go a minute. So anyway, like I said, we are cooking some rainbow trout. Like I said, we caught this stuff last year down in North Carolina. And we ain't got but 1 bag of it left. And I can't wait to get back to North Carolina so we can catch some more and get some more back home. We are going to be bringing y'all some more fishing videos this year. We're going to be fishing a lot. So you all will be joining us. I'm going to be putting a lot of these videos out. This will be my first cooking video. We will do a catch and cook where we catch it, show you how to clean it, whether it's bluegill, bass, catfish, whatever. And the way I do catfish, it takes all that gamey taste out of it. So that's a big thing with catfish, is the way you process your catfish. You need to bleed them, and then whenever you fillet them out, you need to get that yellow meat, which is basically just fat in the meat. Get that off there, and then there's several other things that I do, and then we'll show the cooking process on that. You can grill these as well. I like them grilled or fried. I'm going to show fried on this one. I'll show grilled on the next video. So we're going to take this small piece, and even though we're deep frying, I'm going to flip him over here in the grease here. I'm going to do the same thing with this other one. I'm going to flip it over here in the grease. That way both sides get the same amount of heat. And I kind of watch the bubbles on top, and I watch the edges of my fish to see how it turns out. And I'll show you here in a second. I mean, this is going to look really, really nice. It'll have a real golden hue to it when I'm done. So, anyway, please like, share, and subscribe, y'all. I am Ray the Puddle Jumper, and I greatly appreciate y'all joining us. Share this out, you know, let everybody know about me. I'm trying to get this channel up and going. I'm going to bring you a whole lot more. I'm going to be doing some turkey hunting this year. I'm going to try to get all that on video as well. And then deer season this fall as well. And I might be surprising my wife with a deer hunt this fall, which we will definitely get on video. So just don't tell her. She's not supposed to know about it. All right, so you see how the boil has come down a little lower in here? You got less and less bubbles. That tells me that it's almost done. And I can start to feel like the roughness around the edges. I'm gonna flip this one over again so it can drain the oil out of it when I pick it up. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that golden texture to it. And it'll actually get darker as it cools. I'm gonna flip this one over here. Give it another couple seconds. Just see how it got so much more bubbles in it. It's boiling a lot more. And I've got this electric stove. It's on like a 7.5 and 8 on temperature. Let me pick it up out of there. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's just gorgeous. So we got those two out. Let's go ahead and drop another one of these big boys in. Ooh. That one's taking up the whole thing, so it looks like we're only going to be able to cook one of them at a time, maybe. I might have to cut that in half in order to cook it right. And it'll be alright. We'll just leave it be. We'll go ahead and throw a small one in here, because this small one could go over here on the edge. There we go. That was a big fillet. That was probably a 2.5, 3 pound trout, maybe. I mean, heck, you got a fillet this big. I mean, you know, 12-inch fillet, 10, 12-inch fillet. That's a pretty big fish. We'll also be doing some mushroom hunting this year, where I'll be taking the video out mushroom hunting. And then we'll do a clean and cook on it as well, on how to clean your mushrooms. And I'll show you what to do with your mushrooms so you can grow mushrooms around your house, in your own woods. So it's fairly simple. It does take about 2 to 3 years for them to start coming up once you do this method. But it does work. Because we didn't have any when we first moved on this property. And last year we found like 70. So it does take about 2 years for them to start coming up. I'll flip over this small one. Set it off to the side there. We'll go ahead and see if we can flip this big one over here. I don't know if we can or not. We're going to try it. Yeah. There it went. We got it. Like I said, you want to pay attention to your boil of your oil. You see how the oil is boiling real fast? That tells you there's still a lot of water and a lot of moisture in your fish, which, you know, it's cooking that out. But you don't want to make it dry either. Trout should just fall apart or pull apart real easy. I'll show you on this piece right here. Whenever you pull it apart, I mean, it should just be buttery like that right there. Just nice and flaky. And the bigger and the thicker it is, the better it'll pull apart, you know. The smaller it is, the more crunchy and crisp it's going to be. We could probably take this small one out right now. I'm going to leave it in just a little bit longer. It don't have that golden, real good golden hue to it yet that I like. After I pull these out, I'm actually going to stop this video and I'll restart another one to show you what it looks like when we're all done. All right, let's go ahead and pull this small one out again. Come here, little guy. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better. We'll leave that one in there just a little bit longer. See what it looks like. Oh yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. Tilting it back, let it drain all the drain grease off of it. That looks fantastic right there. So anyway, I'm going to stop this one and I'll show you the end result of all of it. Okay, I just put the last piece in the pod here. So I'm going to get this one cooked up. And get it on the plate with the rest of them. I'm going to go ahead and move this plate of the cooked ones down here so you can see that. Look how golden brown them are. I mean, just absolutely fantastic. I've got a little crispy, crunchy piece right here I'm going to pull out. And you could do this with catfish nuggets or bluegill nuggets or whatever. You could cut them up in smaller pieces and just make little nuggets out of them if you wanted to. But like I said, we are using J.R. Mad's Magic Fish Breading from Marion-Kay products. And they are out of Brownstown, Indiana. And it's the best fish breading I've ever had. I've tried them all, and I really like this one the best. It seems like it coats the fish just perfect the way I do it. And it gives a real good flavor. The spices, the salts, the peppers, everything. You don't have to put anything else in it. You just put it in a bag, shake it up, coat your fish with it, put it in a skillet. So I can get underneath this dude here so I can flip him over. There we go. This will be done here just shortly, and I'll show you what the rest of it looks like. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and follow. You can also see me on TikTok, same name on TikTok. And we're also on Instagram as well. Holler _ boys outdoors. We are out of southern Indiana. And we are going to bring you a lot of good content this year of fishing. We're going to be going to spillways. We might be going to either a spillway or a dock or a marina next weekend. If it's raining, we're probably going to go to a marina that's got a covering and see if we can get into some crappie. If not, then we're going to probably go to a spillway next Saturday and see if we can get into some walleye maybe. And then also, I'll probably be going to the Fallsville Hall and setting up and doing some video for some sauger down at the Fallsville Hall as well. But look at that. Look at that. I'm going to shut my skillet off here. Look how golden brown that is. And like I said, as it sets, it'll get a little darker. We're going to set that one over here. We're going to move this fillet off to the side real quick. Put that one on the bottom since it's the most freshest one. Throw that over there. And this is what we got, y'all. Rainbow trout with J.R. Mad's Magic Fish Breading. I want to thank y'all for joining me today. God bless y'all. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way I'll let you know when I post a new video. Y'all be safe now. Peace.